This is the card we're going to be making today. Isn't it pretty? These colors are just gorgeous together. This is from the Sweet, no, oh my goodness, Impressions Abloom. I don't know where I got Sweet. You can order it in a Sweet. And I used this die, this die, this die, this die, this die, and this die, this die, this die, and this die. No, I didn't use those. And I used this one for the oval. So that's a bundle. Then for the background, I used painted stripes. This is really a pretty stamps, background stamp. And then I used this stamp for back here. And then I used Right Words Happy Birthday. I'm slowly getting words. Now, I have been asked how I make my clouds. This is the die that I make my clouds with. I cut it, the cardstock. I just use white cardstock. I cut it almost the length of this, just a little bit shorter so that I know that I'm going to get a curvy edge all the way along it. It is basically 5.5 inches, and it starts out to be about 2.25 inches. So 5.5 by 2.25, and then you put this on there, run it through the die machine, and you have your template for making clouds. This is a retired stamp set, unfortunately, or die set, stamp set, yeah. It's called the Basic Border Dies. So if you can find it online, maybe a friend has it, but if you get a hold of it, don't get rid of it if you like making scenes, because this cloud, I use clouds all the time. It's just like a typical thing for me to use the clouds in a lot of, especially in a man's card, but some women cards, sympathy cards, like I just use it all the time. So I hope that explains. If it doesn't, let me know. Send me a message. You can even email me. My email is attached to the video, cherylrowling@live.com, just or through YouTube or whatever you want to do. So we are going to get started. Now I am going to, I had to die cut this twice. Once to get the pink and once to get the white. So I have a pink set aside and I have a white set aside of this. So, and I will show you how I put that together with Scotch tape. So now we're going to get this out so we can put this aside, and we're going to bring out our painted stripe stamp, background stamp. It's only one. And then we're going to ink it up. I don't know why that one won't. And it stops abruptly. So I don't know, maybe it just is supposed to. But it's really strange that Yeah, it just kind of stops. But in reality, it doesn't matter because it's going to be in the middle and the oval will be over top of it. So, yeah, doesn't matter. Now, I am just going to, wow, I have got ink on my fingers. Hold on, I got to get that off because I don't want to ruin my card stock. I have wet ones. I just used it a few minutes ago, actually, before it gets started. Saphira was making a bowl of fruit, and she brought me a mango to see if it was a mango, and it was gooey all over. It was oozing something. So there we go. And now I am just going to take a piece of paper and just go over top of this. This is just scrap paper that I have. And then I'm going to, well, there we go. I thought it was going to fall off, not slip on down. But that's okay. It worked. Now I can get rid of that because I don't need it anymore. And I'll pull out this. And I'll push that back so I don't get ink because you know me, accident waiting to happen. And I think in my previous card I stamped off. Matter of fact, I'm positive I stamped off. But see, I stamped off. So you'll have to let me know which one you like the best, the stamped off one or the full force one. So we're gonna put a few things together. Now I did 3 of the big flowers and 2 of the little flowers, and I did 1 of the big stem of leaves. I did 1 of those for each card. I did more, but I don't need them. I found, because I had taken my other die cuts, I cut individual leaves, and so I didn't need any more than the 1, and I cut it in half. Now I'll put this down and we can get going with the Scotch tape to put the oval together. There. So we're going to put this together, and yeah, it's facing the right way. I have the good looking side facing down. So now I just need Scotch tape and my scissors, and I will cut it into pieces, and then I'm covering both the pink and the white. Well, maybe if I've got my tweezers, it might be easier. It's called Silly me. So I looked out into my garden today, and my cabbages are coming along really nice. I'm so pleased at how well the cabbages are doing. We put planters out, like just smaller planters out this year because there was no place for more raised beds. We have a very small backyard. So I put the planters all along the fence between the neighbor's yard and ours. We put them on cement blocks and then a board over top the cement blocks because it cement block, and I think there was one in between and the board over top so that it could hold the heavy load. And I put my cabbages in there and they are just taken off. I think it's doing much better since we're watering more often. Bill thinks that he puts the thing in and goes down and it's wet about 4 inches down. Well, the seeds or the plants, the roots, are not down 4 inches yet. So I don't think he was thinking about that, so he didn't water it as much as it should have. And he was the one that was watering it, so I didn't realize. So once I told him that, it's like, oh yeah. So we've started watering more, and they're doing so much better. Yay! And some of my beans come up. The pole beans have come up very nicely. The bush beans, the yellow ones have come up, but the green ones haven't yet. And we use a lot of beans. I think everybody in the family likes beans except for Dave. He only likes corn. I forgot. I need to do this before I start sticking anything down. This is Pretty in Pink. The green is Lost Lagoon. And I'm just going to go, I have glue again. I'm using the round part to go around the curve. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit and just a little bit of dottage. Now, there's not going to be anything down here, but anyways, I'm going to do it just because sometimes I get churning my oval around and yeah, then it's not covered and I don't want that. So we will, there it is. It's like, where did I put that? And I am just going to glue in the center because I have leaves that I'm coming in that I want to go underneath, like here and here. So I need this around here loose. So I'm just pushing it down in the center. So now I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to put this on here so I have a good idea of where this is going, and where this is going, so that I know where this can go, because I want it to stick out here. It's best if you stamp off this, because then these leaves are going to show more, whereas they kind of blend right in. But anyways, can't change it once I do it. I could have done the other side, but I had the ink marks on it, so that's why I couldn't flip it over and redo it. But that's okay. We'll make the best. Whoops. That slipped. So I gotta turn it around. There we go. As I put it down, it just turned on me. That's going there. And then I have these two little flowers. I just stamped, well, I will show you on the envelope and on the inside what I did. Right like that. And it's coming in here. There. So it's just in the center, so I can do it around. So I am going to get my ribbon. This is the pretty and pink ribbon. And it's online. It's not in the catalog. There are very few ribbons in the catalog, but there's some online. I was very disappointed at the lack of ribbons. It seemed so many disappeared and not that many arrived back in the inn, so I will just have to make do. I had some that I absolutely loved, but oh well. Now I'm going to get my glue dot, and I am going to put, there it is. And the ribbon goes like that. It's going to go, there's a hole in between these flowers, and that's where it's going. And then I'm going to take, no, I'm going to do that after. Sorry, I'm confusing you. I usually take and put these down, but I want to put the leaves around before I do that. Now this is going to come in here. Well, that's moved again. I'm just going to make it a little tacky, or a little less tacky, I should say. And so I can put this down. So it doesn't move on me. I might move this a little bit, but chances are pretty good I'm not going to move it too much. So this is going to go here. Okay, it's too long. I want this to go through here, but I want this ribbon, no, this leaf, to be what it sits under. Does that make sense? It's going to whoopsie, don't pull the leaf apart, Cheryl. Well, that's not sticking very well. That's why I didn't have it underneath that one. And it, good grief, Cheryl. There. I didn't clean my glasses before I started, I guess. Makes a difference. So, put this one down. It is coming over here. It swirls. If you don't do more than one, it'll move around, and I don't like that. Now this is going to go underneath here. Like that. There's another one. It is, it's got the die cut, but it also makes very strong cuts in the leaf, and it's like that. So you have to be careful when you put it down that you don't wreck it. So there's that. Now, here's another one. This I stamped, and this one I stamped off and then cut with the die cut, so that I would have different looking leaves. They wouldn't be all the same. So this goes in here. And I have this one. So what are you doing for Father's Day this weekend? Are you going out? Are you having people in? We're having a barbecue here. The kids are all coming. And I've got the boys, they're their cards done already. So yay. Dave and the kids and Caitlin, every year they go to the air show. So I made, back before it was discontinued, the airplane. I can't remember what the stamp set was called, but it's an airplane that, an older one that you walk on the wing. You can walk on the wings. So I made him that, and Tay's a mechanic, so I made him tools, not garage tools, but carpentry tools, because he's also renovating their place. So it's a tool card. So I hope they like them. My father's been dead for several years, so I don't need to do one for him. But I have one for my husband too. There we go. Now what I did was I thought that the centers needed a lift. So I got my Wink of Stella out. I thought what actually would have been really nice is if Stampin' Up! Didn't discontinue it, would have been the dazzling diamonds in the center. That would have looked absolutely gorgeous. But that was they were discontinued years ago. I so miss them, especially in the winter time for the snow. Oh my goodness. The Christmas cards with the snow on them were absolutely gorgeous. But can't do that anymore. And these are the Rhinestone basic jewels, or the basic Rhinestone basic jewels. I never can get that right. I don't know why I can't get that right. But I can't. Oh, I don't know. So now I'm going to show you how I did the center, the flowers. Maybe if I put that away, that would help. Put that back, and bring out my flower and my ink. Put my rhinestones back. I might have some room. Surprise, surprise. Now this is the center. I'm sometimes thinking it might be nice to do the center first and then go around it. I don't know. I will try that. And I did this mask so that I can do the green leaves around it, and they will look like they're growing out of the flower. I did it again with the green. Don't do it with the pink, because that wouldn't show as much, but I do it with the green, which shows up like crazy. Oh, see? So now I'm going to bring this in, and I got to do the same thing for the inside. Like I say, I'm an accident waiting to happen. Oops, I got to do the center. Yeah, that. So I just made it a little darker because I had a ring around it. So, yeah. There's ways of fixing things, because I didn't get it right in the center, unfortunately. There. This is a Post-it note, and I just cut out. See how pretty that is? So, there's my card. There's my accident waiting to happen. So we're having the family here, and went shopping today to get the grocery stuff for the barbecue. If you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, that would be wonderful. It just helps my channel grow and get out to more people, so more people can see my cards. Get my accident waiting to happen out of here, so I don't let the accident happen again. There we go. So what do you think of my card? Light or dark? How do I do this? Maybe like that, so you can see most of it. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to spend with me. Thanks. Bye now.